The introduction, titled "Setting the Stage for the Battle of Midway," serves as a vital foundation for understanding the pivotal clash that marked a turning point in the Pacific War during World War II. This phase of the narrative offers a comprehensive backdrop to the events leading up to the battle, including the strategic stakes, the key players involved, and the broader historical context that influenced the course of the conflict. The Battle of Midway, fought from June 4th to June 7, 1942, was not merely another skirmish. It was a decisive engagement that shifted the balance of naval power in the Pacific theater. The significance of setting the stage lies in its ability to illuminate the precarious circumstances faced by the United States and its allies in the months following the attack on Pearl Harbor. At this time, Japan had achieved a series of rapid victories, establishing a formidable presence across the Pacific. The U.S. Navy, still recovering from the devastation at Pearl Harbor, was tasked with halting Japan's momentum. Understanding this context is crucial to appreciating the high stakes of the Midway confrontation and the subsequent strategic planning that led to the U.S. triumph. One example that illustrates the importance of this context is the intelligence breakthrough achieved by U.S. cryptanalysts, who deciphered Japanese communication codes and uncovered plans for the Midway attack. This intelligence coup provided the U.S. Navy with a strategic advantage, allowing them to set an ambush for the Japanese fleet. Another pivotal element was Admiral Chester W. Nimitz's decision to engage the Japanese at Midway, leveraging the intelligence at hand and deploying what little naval resources were available. Opinions supporting the significance of setting the stage often highlight the combination of intelligence acumen and bold decision-making as factors that turned the tide in favor of the Allies. However, some argue that luck also played a crucial role, as unexpected variables could have easily altered the battle's outcome. Controversies and challenges in this narrative include debates over the allocation of credit for the victory and the role of chance versus strategy. Additionally, some historians suggest alternative scenarios where Japanese forces could have prevailed, reshaping the entire Pacific campaign. This setting not only clarifies the lead-up to Midway, but also influences subsequent events in the Pacific War. The decisive U.S. victory irreversibly weakened Japan's naval capabilities, shifting the strategic initiative to the Allies and setting the stage for further victorious campaigns in the Pacific. Understanding these foundational elements is essential for comprehending why Midway is often heralded as a turning point in World War II. The strategic importance of Midway Island in the Pacific theater during World War II cannot be overstated. Midway is a small atoll located roughly halfway between Asia and North America, making it a valuable asset for both offensive and defensive operations in the Pacific. Its location provided the United States with a critical forward base from which to project power across the Pacific Ocean, offering a gateway to the rest of the Pacific Islands and ultimately to Japan itself. In the context of the Pacific War, possessing Midway meant controlling maritime and aerial pathways, which were essential for supply routes and military operations. The significance of Midway Island in the Battle of Midway stems from its role as a pivotal point in the Pacific theater. With the United States needing to stop Japanese expansion across the Pacific, Midway offered a strategic platform to launch counteroffensives and disrupt Japanese advances. The successful defense of Midway by American forces in June 1942 marked a crucial turning point in the Pacific War, shifting the momentum from Japanese domination to American ascendancy. The battle at Midway provides two salient examples of its strategic importance. Firstly, the U.S. Navy's ability to use Midway as an unsinkable aircraft carrier enabled American forces to launch decisive airstrikes against the Japanese fleet, leading to the crippling of 4 Japanese aircraft carriers. Secondly, the intelligence breakthrough known as Operation Magic, which allowed the U.S. to anticipate and prepare for the Japanese attack, demonstrated the importance of Midway as a catalyst for utilizing intelligence to alter the course of the war. Supporters of Midway's significance argue that the victory halted Japanese expansion and fostered a strategic advantage for the Allies, laying the groundwork for subsequent successful operations in the Pacific. However, some historians debate the extent of its impact, suggesting that it was one of several factors contributing to Japan's eventual defeat. The concept of Midway's strategic importance also intersects with broader aspects of the Pacific War. It highlights the crucial role of intelligence and the impact of naval power, as well as the significance of geographic positioning in warfare. The victory at Midway boosted American morale and set the stage for future Allied operations, including the island-hopping campaign that would eventually bring the United States closer to Japan. Despite differing perspectives on its long-term impact, Midway undeniably played a vital role in turning the tide of the Pacific War. The Battle of Midway stands as a pivotal moment in World War II's Pacific theater, often attributed to the United States' extraordinary success in intelligence and code-breaking. At its core, intelligence and code-breaking refer to the processes of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting information to gain strategic advantages over an adversary. During World War II, these activities were crucial as they allowed the U.S. to anticipate and counter Japanese military movements, particularly during the Battle of Midway. The significance of intelligence and code-breaking in the context of the Battle of Midway cannot be overstated. The American victory was largely shaped by the United States' ability to decrypt Japanese communications, particularly the breaking of the Japanese Navy's JN-25 code. This allowed the U.S. to anticipate and prepare for the Japanese attack on Midway Island in June 1942, which ultimately turned the tide of the Pacific War in favor of the Allies. Two remarkable examples underscore this point. First, the efforts of Station HIPO, a cryptographic unit led by Commander Joseph Rochefort, played a decisive role. By intercepting and deciphering Japanese radio messages, Rochefort and his team uncovered the planned Japanese operation against Midway, allowing U.S. forces to strategically position themselves. A second example is the innovative confirmation method used by the U.S. to verify Midway as the Japanese target. They instructed the base to send an unencrypted message about a water shortage, which the Japanese intercepted and referenced, confirming Midway as the objective. Supporting opinions emphasize the brilliance and impact of these code-breaking efforts. Many historians credit the success of American codebreakers with shifting the balance of naval power in the Pacific, describing it as a masterpiece of intelligence work. Yet, not without controversy, some critics argue that intelligence alone did not win the battle, emphasizing the role of tactical decisions and fortunate circumstances. Moreover, the challenge of maintaining secrecy in such operations was significant. Had Japan changed its codes more frequently or suspected breaches, the advantage could have been lost, illustrating the delicate balance between intelligence success and operational security. The influence of code-breaking on the broader context of the Pacific War was profound. It not only facilitated a strategic victory at Midway, but also boosted morale and confidence in American capabilities. This success in intelligence established a foundation for further advancements, making it an integral factor in the eventual Allied victory in the Pacific, demonstrating the interconnectedness of strategic information and military outcomes in warfare. The Battle of Midway, fought from June 4th to June 7th, 1942, was a pivotal moment in the Pacific theater of World War II. The heading, "The Battle Unfolds, Key Events and Tactical Decisions," refers to the critical actions and choices that determined the outcome of this historic engagement. At the core, it involves understanding the sequence of pivotal moments and the strategic decisions made by both American and Japanese forces during the battle. The significance of these events and decisions lies in their profound impact on the course of the Pacific War. The Battle of Midway turned the tide in favor of the Allies, transforming a defensive war into one of offense against Japan. By assessing these key events and tactics, historians and military analysts